You ready? Is it cutting?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Is it recording right now?
It's recording.
All right.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
The last time I cried was probably like in high school. Like I got sent to a military school, like a boarding school. So like I was away from my family, and like one day it was like a bad night. I was having a bad night, and goddamn, I just started crying. So that's all it was. It was nothing too crazy. That's it.
Last time I cried was probably May of this past year. My son graduated from high school, so it was tears of joy, happiness, you know, just of him accomplishing, you know, something a lot of people don't get to accomplish. So those were tears of joy. So that was the last time I cried.
Do you ever feel like it's hard to show emotion?
If you're comfortable with yourself, no. And you know, it works different ways for people. You know, I get emotional over family and, you know, certain things that I see going on in our community as far as our people, but a lot of other stuff, you know, it just brush off just seeing so many things go crazy in this world. So it all depends.
The last time tears came out of my eyes was this morning, because I was so upset at myself that I was playing my set, and I actually was so tired. I was so like just fatigued. I laid down on the sidewalk, and out of all the people to approach me, the DeKalb County Police approached me. They asked for my name and my information, and it furthered into a situation where they needed to run my name and run my information, and I had like something on my background, something on my record or whatever, that they needed to put me in cuffs. So in my heart, I cried. I broke down in myself, like, man, how foolish am I to believe that I could just like comfortably just kind of rest myself to get myself back in order to go back into the work for it. And I got put in cuffs. They said the Chamblee police wanted me for a failure to appear to court or whatever, and I was going to jail, and I literally I put on my motherfucking excuse my language, I put on my A1 acting skills and finessed my way to the hospital to where I was released, to where I didn't have to go to jail. I would be sitting in the DeKalb County Jail right now as we do this interview.
So the last time I cried was, I think, 2 weeks ago, because I had a really bad day, and then I had a really bad day, and then I'm an RA, so I came up to my floor, and then all my decorations on my floor was down. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. So I shut down. That's essentially the last time I cried. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's hard for you to show emotion as a guy?
Sometimes, yeah, because like there's a lot of stereotypes where it's like, especially because I'm Nigerian, so it's like kind of like a stigma, like, boys don't cry. Why are you crying? So it's just like, it's kind of hard for me to let out emotions, but recently I've been getting better at it, because I was like, you know what, I don't really care what anyone else says, so I'm just gonna let it out, why not?
And cut.
Last time I cried was at the start of this past summer. I have a tendency to hold in a lot of emotion and not let anything out. And so towards the beginning of this summer, I had just gone through a really emotional event, and all of the past events that I had held in and not let out just all came flowing out in that one moment. Because if you asked me the time before that I last cried, I genuinely couldn't even tell you. That's how much I hold things in.
The last time I cried was last night, because I was disappointed in myself, and I don't like to be sad. I actually hate being sad, so I try not to cry too often, but I hold myself to a standard that's close to perfection, and growing up with an African father, that's kind of the normal, but last night was hard. But I don't think it's bad to cry. I actually wish I could cry more because then I think I'd know how I really feel inside.
Cut.
Create a better you, right? So if there's a better you, then it means things can be accomplished on an earlier round than constantly having to go back and forth and deal with mistakes and kind of recompromise from mistakes that have been made. I just say that to say, like, yo, take your time. Don't let anybody rush it, because you only have one life. Question?